Lily, Jonty, and our kids as we find the extraordinary wonder in our ordinary lives. Welcome to Wanderlust. I've just got off at Outram Park. I'm doing a Singapore Shophouse walking tour today, which I'm really excited about because I've had it booked in with a few friends for about 4 months. And because of some COVID restrictions, we're down to 2 people only. We couldn't do it, and then it was Christmas, so finally today we get to do the tour, which I'm really excited about. So I've got about a 5-minute walk to get to where I need to go to meet everybody and our tour guide. So we've started our walk underneath some of the HDBs. This place is really cool. It's got like lilacs and purples, really nice colours. There's lots of little places underneath. It's called barber shops, quirky shops. So I like walking underneath the HDBs. There's loads of things that you might miss if you just walk past on the regular path. So this is really nice. And our tour guide, Tatiana, was just telling us that in an HDB you pay less for your electricity, which I didn't know that. So that's a little fact of the day for you if you didn't know that one. Rows and rows of shop houses line these streets in various states of repair, including this former sausage factory. The street art here is one of Yip Yu Chong's first street murals, which are pretty amazing, as now there are loads of them all over the place. We showed a few of you them in our Chinatown episode, so you can have a look at that here, and some more of his murals, because they are just incredible. And the little saucers underneath the table legs of the unit are there so that the bugs don't go up and into the unit, because you put, so you put the water in the little dishes and then the ants fall in the water and drown, and they don't go up into the cabinet, which I thought was a pretty cool fact. This old school peephole would have given you access from the roof above to see who was knocking at your door. There's a little collection of shop houses here that are completely different to the rest of the street, and we were just being told that it was actually one of those bombing sites, so everything was just obliterated in the war. So now the houses that they've rebuilt here are slightly larger, slightly different style to fit in with the era when they were rebuilt. This beautiful piece of street art was commissioned by the shop owner to give a glimpse as to what his shop used to look like. It's worth taking your time to walk slowly, to enjoy all of the different tiles, all of the different architecture, and to notice the simple nuances between the different buildings. We've come down the back alley, which is not as glamorous as the front, but we were just being told that because the fronts of the houses are all protected, that everything kind of happens out the back, so all the aircon units have all been put out here because you can't change the front, and the inside can be changed, but all of the kind of the electrical bits and everything that needs to happen are all put out of the back, so that's why round the back doesn't look quite as glamorous as the front. One thing I love about coming on a walking tour is if I had have just wandered around here by myself, which I've realised I have before, but now that I've got a guide, she's pointing out all little things about different, all the different motifs on some of the doors, and above the houses they have the family name above it, and some of the houses have bats in the corner, which is about protection, and lots of the houses have auspicious writing and things like that around them, auspicious pictures to kind of protect the house, ward off evil spirits, and I wouldn't have noticed any of this had I not had a tour. So it's really interesting to kind of get a bit more of a background story about the houses and why the decorations are how they are. There's a plain vanilla just around the corner, so we've stopped off to pick up a quick drink. I've got something nice and cold and my absolute favourite carrot cake cupcake that they do from here, which has real cream cheese frosting on it. It's so good. And then we're going to carry on with our tour. I'm really enjoying it, and it's been really nice to just have a bit of a chat with Tatiana. We did get given a Shophouse book as well, with photos and lots of information about it, so I'm really looking forward to having a look through that, because there's been so much information on this tour, lots to take in, and I'd love to point out all the little things that I just would have missed had I been on my own. This beautiful white building looks very British, and lots of the shop houses had lots of European styles. It's a big blend of European, Chinese, Peranakan you often hear around, and this building used to be a girls' school, and it has been joined into part of the new police area, the new police station, I guess, and it's really lovely that it's been kept and preserved, and a little bit of its history is still being shared, because lots of the shop houses were actually just torn down so that new HDBs could be built in their place, because I guess the land footage mass of the floor, you can build a lot more places for people to live if you've got an HDB rather than a collection of shop houses, which is a bit of a shame, but lots of the history is now preserved and the shop houses are protected, which I think is just great. This path behind me and all the way forward underneath the Pinnacle building used to be a train line all the way to KL. I never knew that. So it's part of the Green Corridor, but the Green Corridor has been interrupted from Chinatown and building houses and properties on it. So yeah, loads of history and really interesting facts. I've never been to this bit before, and it's just the other side of the road. This row of shop houses are full of little cafes and restaurants, and because lots of them are smaller, it's quite hard to get bookings in them because they don't have a lot of spaces and seating. Lots of really lovely eclectic mixes of different styles of restaurants. A few of my friends have been to some of them before and say they're really good, so I haven't been to check any of these out, so that's something to add to my to-do list. There's 3 different styles of shop houses all next to each other here, and it's really cool because it's like this is how they started off, a lot smaller, and then they got bigger and grander, and then the one at the end with all the bright colours, lots of ornate decorations. There's 3 stories. It's kind of how it's evolved, these shop houses, adding more and more things to the mix as people got more ideas and things brought in from other countries to kind of bring what we know today as the Singapore shop house. So we're now walking down Duxton Hill. There's lots of food places, bars, all being pointed out. Again, didn't have any idea that any of this was even here. Cobbled grass, which is really nice. Norfolk, well, Norwich, where I come from, had lots of cobbled streets. So it's nice to see different kinds of architecture, different kinds of decorations, even different kinds of trees around here and plants, how people have decorated outside the front of their shops and restaurants is really lovely. So we've just finished our tour. We started at 9 and it's just gone past 11:30. Really amazing tour, lots of things to learn and know about, as I've shared with you already, some little snippets away. She just said that she does 3 other tours, so I'll put all the information below if you want to have a look at that. If you're interested in her book or any of the other tours that she does, then you can check that out there. So thanks for coming around for a shop house tour with me. Bye! So after our walking tour yesterday, I realised there were lots of little places that I wanted to come to, and my sister has arrived from Australia. Hello. This is Sophie. So we've come back to check out the antique shop that we saw, which looks awesome, and there's a cafe that I've been recommended to from a friend that's nearby as well, so we're going to go and check out the antique store and then go and grab a coffee.
Made?
Oh, from a hotel maybe.
Yeah.
The antique shop is amazing. There's loads of things in here. My mum would call it an itchy finger shop, like you just want to touch everything. There's so much here. We passed a camera, an old school camera which is 100 years old. Incredible, lots of history, and I like the idea that all of these things used to be in people's homes. They've seen things, there's a history behind them. We've come up to the 2nd level. Uncle asked us if we needed anything, if we could help if we're looking for anything in particular. We said we were just browsing, and there is so much to see packed into this shop house on the 2nd level, and I believe there's another level on top as well. Loads of old suitcases. Imagine all the holidays people have gone on taking these with them. That's cool. I wonder where it's been over the world. We're on the 3rd level of the shop house now. Shop houses were renowned for being quite narrow, but go out quite far, and this shop house is huge. I've not really been in a shop house before, so as I'm going around I'm kind of imagining what would these rooms be, and they're all actually quite large, quite high ceilings. I think that was also helped some of the air ventilation which we were talking about, and I just saw a bit in the middle of the house where there would have been an air vent, would have gone all the way down in a bid to kind of cool the housing because there would be no air conditioning. So I'm really enjoying wandering around here, kind of imagining what would have been up here when it was once upon a time an actual house, and now it's jam-packed full of things and memories from other people's homes, which is just really awesome. The furniture is beautiful, hand-carved wood, proper leather, some of it inlaid with, I guess, real marble, which is pretty awesome. So there's some definite, like, awesome antique pieces in here to pick up. Lots of artwork on the walls from all over the place. Amazing. Mad hair going on. We've stopped off at Tanjong Pagar We've stopped off at Tanjong Pagar Food Centre. I've gone for wonton noodle soup. Sophie's got laksa, which is pretty good. Food here is awesome, right? Yeah. She's been pretty excited. She had a few things on her list to eat, chili crab being one of them, so we're definitely going to go and have to try that. So do drop us your recommendations of the best chili crab places to go in Singapore, and we will see which one that we can check out. So we're going to enjoy our lunch. So we are full. My wonton soup was good. How was your laksa?
It was so delicious.
Nice. Underneath, I didn't realise, but there's a market here. Most of it is closed up. I guess a lot of it opens up early, but we're just having a little bit of a wander around here. Nice and breezy under here. Yeah, we are full, but there's a few fruit stalls open, so do you want to pick up some fruit?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Spotted this really cool big street art, this big wall mural. I'm not sure what it is. Hello. Hi. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's on the side of the building for anything in particular. We walked past it yesterday and I didn't spot it actually, so it's really beautiful. It's huge, really nice, vibrant colours, and it goes in really nicely with all of the shop houses with all of their bright, vibrant colours. Really nice find.
I might get that one, the Coco Cali.
What is that?
I like the chili.
Cafe, and Utu is the Kiswahili word for humanity, which is really nice. It's themed really nicely in there. There's some beautiful African prints and paintings in there. I just had a watermelon juice, but Sophie had an amazing hot chocolate.
I had a cacao cali. It's like a spicy hot chocolate. It was really good.
Cinnamon, nutmeg, chili.
Cayenne.
Yeah, really good. We didn't eat in there. We were still too full from our lunch, but I could smell the food coming out. And it all looked beautifully presented, like all the little cups and bowls.
Nice ceramics.
Yeah, really pretty. So we're going to go and get the kids. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.